Old school intro. That's right. Evening, folks. Some stuff has happened in 49er land in the Empire, So we're here to talk about it.
Indeed.
And I mean, when
it's been a few weeks, but we back.
Yeah. Well, Ty, there's Corona. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
What up?
We got Daniel Berry,
What's
local
going
Rams
on?
fan. He's a cool Rams fan, though. But so, let's get into it. We've had some coaching changes. Robert Saleh ended up going to the Titans. Like, remember I said that before it was actually done. Yep. I said it on here. Robert Saleh to the Titans. And it was like, it wasn't a done deal yet, but yeah, he went to the Titans. So
sure did.
We ended up hiring Raheem Morris to replace him.
Yes, he did. Yes, we did.
I was big on, can we get Jim Schwartz, but the Cleveland Browns would probably be asking for draft capital or something.
Yes. They're not just going to let him go. Exactly. He is still under contract with them.
Yeah. And he's just said, I'm just taking the year off. I resigned. Like, all right, but yeah, I wanted Jim Schwartz not only because he's a fantastic coordinator, but the use the Schwartz and all those jokes we could make. It would be so awesome,
It's good banter with his name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Raheem Morris, which honestly, he's a good DC. He's different than Saleh though, right?
Yeah.
Like he blitzes somewhere 34-35% of the time.
Yep.
He lets his corners play man, so that's something I've been kind of wanting to see out of Saleh is like, let your corners man up. We got Diamador Lenore and we got Renardo Green. We got Upton Stout. Let them man up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that safety deep and let's see what happens. That way there's no holes in the soft zone, but that's the thing about the zone is there's always a hole.
There's always holes, yeah.
And Raheem actually runs typically he runs a 3-4 scheme, which is vastly different than the wide 9 that we've ran for many years.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing the wide 9 go bye-bye.
Well, the thing about it though, his 3-4 isn't your traditional 3-4. It's really more of a 4-3, just a guy at the end standing up, and like he'll put 5 in the box. On the line, so he'll bring down a linebacker or something. So it looks like a 3-4, but it's really a 4-3. And he does line up guys in wide 9. Wide 9 is just nothing but lining the guy up out wide, which he does. So his defense is not that far off from what we've ran previously in terms of alignment and such, but it is different enough that it'll add more wrinkles to us, So it'll be fun to watch what he does with this personnel and things.
Oh, he's aggressive too.
He's very aggressive. He's heavy on the pressure. He's heavy on pressure. Heavy on aggressiveness. Yeah.
Which is something I'd like to see. We'll get burned every now and again, sure. But, Tommy, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Tommy?
Kenny in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
We're still doing research on draft prospects, buddy. Like, it's vast, Ty. There are over 1,000 guys to look at. Not all of them are going to make the NFL. Let's be honest.
Oh, it's not. They're not.
but there's still so many guys to look at. I've already honed in on my kind of small school, late round defensive edge type of guy, but like the last couple, he'll probably end up being a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I was saying on the draft show, like, if y'all are watching this, you can pay a guy finder's fees. But yeah, it's just that time of year. We got the off season. So, Raheem Morris, we touched on that. So what do you know about the new defensive backs coach? Gray?
Think about him. Other than he was in Atlanta, so Raheem knows him, familiar with him. So hopefully they can work well together.
That's exactly what I know about him. I'm like, I know nothing about this guy.
Yeah.
And we do have some young defensive backs. We got Renardo Green, we got Upton Stout, we got Malik Mustafa and like Marquez Sigel, which I really like him because of his physical traits. I mean, when he played late in the season for Jair Brown, he looked a lot better than he did earlier in the season.
Yeah.
So
he looked good. He was, to me, he looks good. He looked like a rookie, right? His biggest weakness is his pass defense was just not up to snuff, right? And for a safety, you need that. But it's things he can be coached up on and learn. Like his open field tackling, attacking the line of scrimmage, all that stuff was superb. But he's got to get back and be that true safety last line of defense that we need. So if they could keep coach him up on that, we'll have a really good player for a really long time.
I mean, the guy has size and incredible speed. I believe he's in the mid 4.3s. So the physical traits are there. He just needs to be coached up.
Yep.
But yeah, I know nothing about the new defensive backs coach. I'm like,
no.
All right, well, guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got good pieces to work with. So hopefully they continue to develop and just get better and stronger.
Yeah, and of course, it's speculation season, right? Of course.
Oh, yeah.
And all kinds of people want us to get another tight end. I just don't see that as being a blaring need because Kittle will come back we don't know exactly when. I'm not going to speculate on that.
Nope.
But we have Jake Tonjes. We have Luke Farrell. It's like I just don't see getting a guy like Kyle Pitts. That wouldn't be bad. We'd have a tight end room. We'd be able to go triple tight end set, right?
Yep.
Hey, the man, the myth, the legend. Bryant.
What's up?
Okay, talk, buddy. Make sure we can hear you.
Hey there, everybody.
Nope. Oh, there it is. There it is. We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. Sounds like good stuff. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Oh, I am excited. Are you guys excited?
Always. I like the off season, so I'm excited.
Game? Are you guys excited for that game down under?
Now that's interesting. So what day do they typically kick off the season? Is it Thursday or Friday?
Thursday. It's usually a Thursday night game.
Okay, so that's not so terrible because we'll be able to fly back and get reacclimated before practicing the next week.
Yeah.
But
and there's even talks about us playing the game on Wednesday to give us extra time to get back and get acclimated.
I mean, that's a long flight.
That is.
So we play what, the Rams? The Rams down under, and then we play the Raiders in Mexico.
Yep.
Are we really playing the Raiders in Mexico? Has that been confirmed?
Ooh, that's what it's been out there so much that it's basically confirmed, right? So that's my understanding. And I figured they would send them to Mexico, send the Niners to Mexico after how well it went last time they went, how big it was. I did not see Australia coming up at all. I didn't. And that one truly threw me for a loop.
I expect the crowd to be wild, okay? Like, some guys I grew up with actually moved to Australia. They're constantly going, Dave, you need to move here, bro. You would be popular. I'm like, not all about that, guys. Mm-hmm. But
the only team that I don't think would be a favorable, I don't know, it would be favorable, but a moneymaker, NFL, if they're listening, here's a moneymaker. I think the Niners and Raiders in Mexico is a really good, a lot of fans probably right there in this area of the country and, the world probably are 49er Raider fans. But another good matchup, I think, for the NFL would be the Niners versus the Cowboys. I think that would be a big market for Mexico as well.
Yes, it would. Last time I think
we played them this year too.
I mean, we played the Cardinals, right?
Yeah. Yep.
But it was mostly like red and gold in the stands, if I remember right.
Yep, you are correct.
So, I don't know. I mean, flying to Australia, is that as bad as, England is closer, right? It's like,
yes, it is much closer.
But yeah, Australia is an interesting place, like just 49ers players just don't go exploring in the wilderness because everything can kill you. Okay. And don't go swimming in the deeper parts of the ocean right off the beach because they have a lot of bull sharks. Bull sharks can't see very well. So they'll see like a shadow and they'll go up and think it's prey, but then they taste us and they spit us out.
Oh, lovely.
I know.
Look at that. Not even worth chewing.
A lot of people don't know that bull sharks are like most of shark attacks every year because they have sight problems, folks. They're farsighted. They can only see up close. All right.
Blind motherfucker. No, let me stop.
That's exactly it. But I'm honestly like, I wonder what stadium are we playing in? Like, they have a stadium that they hosted Olympics in. Is it going to be?
We're in Melbourne.
Melbourne.
We're playing in Melbourne. In Australia, they got plenty of stadiums there. And there'll be one. Like you said, they had the Olympics there, or they hosted one of the Olympic events there. So if there's a stadium, and they'll have it prepped and ready. They're probably already talking to them about it. Get the grass right, everything.
Ooh, Melbourne Stadium capacity 100,000 people.
Yeah, because it's a soccer stadium, and we know how soccer is internationally. Football, the whole stadium stayed packed, 80,000 plus.
So, what's your guys' thoughts on the Seahawks snatching up one of our coaches to become their coordinator, offensive coordinator?
Oh yeah, that was going to happen. They had Kubiak there running our offense. They're going to want continuity there just to keep Sam Darnold in line and keep the offense in line. So they were going to get one of our coaches to, keep things running. So it was either promote someone from within or go out elsewhere and grab someone from the Shanahan tree. And they went straight to us and grabbed a guy.
Yeah, because it seems like the Raiders keep snatching Seattle, coaches and, personnel. And it seems like Seattle keeps on snatching our people, but I thought we came in third place. I don't know. I thought the Rams had a good coaching staff. It just seems like it's really, I don't know, inconvenient for the 49ers, but it seems like the rest of the league is benefiting from our coaching staff.
Yeah.
So didn't the Rams lose a coordinator to be a head coach somewhere?
They lost somebody. I don't know if he was a coordinator. I forget who he was.
I think they did, but
sure.
I don't know. I think it was their defensive coordinator.
Mm.
But
okay.
I don't I don't know the Rams that well. I just know that, the team that they built is okay.
Yeah.
But it's the off season, and there's some hard decisions to make. And I'm not talking about us. When it comes to us, it's like, who's our big ticket free agent? Like Eddie Pinheiro? I mean,
probably, yeah.
I'm
That's
just
our money
saying,
maker.
Probably the biggest of them all.
The guys, I looked at the list. The guys I want to retain, I would like to retain Sky Moore because he's a good kickoff returner. Holy cow.
Yep.
Luke Gifford's really good on special teams. If you're not noticing the theme here, Eddie Pinheiro, our kicker, another
special teams wins championships, baby.
You will hear it here, and you will continue to hear it. All three of us believe it. Sorry to say it. I'm not. I'm proud to say it. We love special teams around here.
That's right. Kickers need love too.
Kickers matter.
Right.
That's right.
But yeah, so primarily they're special teamers, the guys I want to retain, obviously. Like the rest of the guys, I don't know, like Jennings, someone could drive the price up on him,
I think someone will throw a big number at him.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And it's like, we have some contracts coming up. We got both Kittle, Warner, Purdy. We've got some contracts coming up. And we don't want to be in cap trouble again. So it's like, it's one of those decisions you have to make, right? And our wide receiver core, we got two guys on the wide receiver core we don't know anything about because, with Jacob Cowing, in the limited reps we've seen, I liked what I saw, but we didn't see him this year because every time he would ramp up, I don't know if you guys know this, he would have been back mid-season, but while he was ramping up to come back, he aggravated the injury.
He tore it, yeah.
So it was like, the poor guy. And then Jordan Watkins, he was hurt to start the year. So then Kyle Shanahan did what he did with rookies. You're in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's in front of you. It's like, so we honestly don't know what they have, right? We know Ricky Purcell averages 85 yards a game when he's on the field. What was it? DeMarcus Robinson had some flashes over the season, but he's not necessarily a number one wide receiver here. That's what we're going to be asking Ricky Purcell to be, right?
Yeah, Ricky's the number one. He would be a 2. Robinson would be a 2.
So it's like,
excuse me.
And then if you look at the free agent class, it's not there's no guys that are like staring at me in the face saying, you got to come get me. There's nothing. And, there's like mid, wide receiver 2 or 3s. There's a couple of those, but there's no guys blaring saying I would make an impact on the 49ers. There's no name that stands out to me. A lot of people are talking like trade for Justin Jefferson. Do you seriously think Minnesota's going to give him up?
Yeah, anything is possible. And the reason that it's an option that they actually give him up is depending on how they feel about their quarterback. If they think they're a year away or they're not going to be able to, if they don't think they're getting a starter this year and they're going to go and draft somebody else next year because we got generational talent coming out next year. This is not the year to get a quarterback. It's next year. Then possibly they sell everybody this year so they can, have capital next year. But, it's did anybody really think that they were going to let Sam Darnold go and then he was going to go somewhere else either and do as well? So I think Minnesota right now is kind of not sure what they want to do.
I think they know exactly what they want to do. It's just speculation time of year. That's all it is. It's just talk. Like all of a sudden, if you've noticed the trend, it's a team's best player, absolute best player, is somehow available. And a team should go after them. And we happen to be one of those teams that should go after them.
This is every year.
Every year, but it seems like it's been more so this year with a lot of names being mentioned. Like, oh, the 49ers should trade for them.
Well, the problem is we've had a lot of injuries, and if we could have filled some of those injuries with players that were been healthy, it's the sky's the limit, right? A healthy 49er team, and when you have a lot of stars go down. And there's a lot of stars right now that are available for the Niners to potentially sign. It is a lot of people's dreams out there to get a lot of these, marquee players, household names on the team. Right now, it sounds like we don't really have a number one wide receiver or any wide receivers. If Jennings is leaving, Kendrick Bourne, I know he's not, necessarily signed for the future either, but I would try to retain Kendrick Bourne and Jennings. At least we have continuity right there. Can anybody really honestly sit here and say that Ricky Pearsall is a number one wide receiver on the 49ers or on any NFL team? I think the one thing that he's doing number one is trying to work on his TikToking dancing. He can't be a number one. He can't stay healthy. You have to be
he had one injury this year.
And if
that's your case, we got to get rid of George Kittle.
Then let's do it.
He can't be a number one. He can't stay healthy. We got to get rid of Brock Purdy. He can't stay healthy. We got to get rid of him.
I would argue get rid of Brock Purdy. Mac Jones, I believe, outplayed him. I believe he played better than him.
Can't stay healthy. Got to get rid of him.
Yeah,
Nick Bosa can't stay healthy. Got to get rid of him.
Last year had a broken foot and played through the whole season. This year he gets hurt and it's a significant injury. So how are you going to say it's one time these players can't stay healthy? We're talking about.
You just did the same thing for Ricky Pearsall.
But his career status, go over his career. He has not stayed healthy.
He's had one injury. He's had one injury.
Okay,
you get shot, injury.
Play a season, and then this year he comes in and he keeps on running down the field and he gets hurt. He's not available.
Last year he was not injured.
Okay, but he didn't do well, did he? He was shot, right?
He did. Are you seriously right now?
Yeah.
Taking an off the field tragedy could have been a tragedy.
Okay, so you want to say that
was an injury and he's not reliable? Is that what you're
saying?
doing?
Ricky's a number one wide receiver.
He's shown when he's on the field, he's a number one receiver. Now this year he got injured. I hear you. He got injured and he got re-injured. I hear you. But he got injured on the field making a play for the team. I can't discredit him for that. I can't discredit him diving for a ball to make a play and his knee banging into the ground and him getting injured. And he got re-injured doing the same thing, giving up his body for the team.
No, it's not about.
Can we really fault him for that?
Bring up his stats for last year and tell me he's a number one wide receiver. Tell me that we really can truly build around this.
Okay.
No, let's talk about this guy's stats. He's not a good.
Let's talk about it. Hey, I'm here for the smoke. Let's talk about it.
He was a late round pick. He's been injured since we've got it. He cares more about dancing than he does playing football. And you want to sit here and say he's the number one wide receiver. So tell me, other than you might be friends with this player, let's find out why exactly you believe Ricky Pearsall is the number one wide receiver, because I've put it out there. I've said the guy's been injured multiple times and he doesn't have the best stats. So you tell me what stats that you see him doing, because all I see him is run down the field and not catching the ball. He doesn't catch the ball when we throw the ball to him, and he's not open either. He doesn't get separation. He hasn't been a good player on our team. He's been injured multiple times, and you say he got injured one time, but it took him out the whole season. You get hurt one time and it took you out the whole season. He's not George Kittle, who's played, 8 years with the 49ers? He's Ricky
because he's young.
Because he's been on the team for 2 years, 3 years, and he's been injured his entire career.
This is his second season. This was his second season.
Pull up his stats. Pull up his stats and tell me he's a number one that we're going to build around.
Oh, I'm pulling him up. Because remember, last year, in weeks 17 and 18, that Kyle Shanahan promoted him to wide receiver number one. Okay.
Is that because Ayuk was hurt?
That's because Ayuk was not hurt last season. Oh, well, not last season. I'm talking about his rookie year in 2024. Yeah, last season was 2024. This was 2025.
That's when
2024. Okay.
That's when
Ayuk was hurt. But no, Ayuk got hurt. Remember, week 8. Ricky wasn't wide receiver 1. It was Jawan Jennings was wide receiver 1 up until that point. So we fast forward. When he was finally promoted to wide receiver number 1, he responded with a huge 100-yard game. Right? Remember that? Against Detroit, it was prime time. He had that big 100-yard game. He lit it up. Week 18, wide receiver number 1. Once again, I think he had close to 100 yards and a touchdown, something. He showed he can carry the load. Coming into this season, do you remember how he started off the season? He was catching 85, 90 yards a game. He was on fire. He was having a very good season until he got injured. He showed he can be the number 1, playing on the outside, going against number 1 DBs. He showed that. It was very unfortunate that he got injured, but once again, he got injured trying to make a play for this team. You can't fault the guy for giving it his all out on the field, and that was the only injury he's had in his young career. Remember, it's only 2 seasons.
His first season, he had 46 targets. He caught the ball 31 times.
Mm-hmm. So, what does that mean?
Times. He got 400 yards.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Stats don't mean anything, right? But you're number 1 wide receiver.
Stats mean nothing without context. What's the context to that? Let's have the conversation.
You're a number 1 wide receiver, and you got horrible stats.
Remember, he was only the number 1 receiver for weeks 17 and 18. You're taking the whole year. You can't do that.
So let's look at this year. He played 9 games this year. He had 53 targets. He caught the ball 36 times. He got 5.
Unfortunately, you kind of broke up there. Is he still with us?
So the guy had 53 targets, 36 catches. He had 528 yards total.
Okay.
He didn't even have a touchdown this season.
But why didn't he have a touchdown this season, Bryant? Tell us why.
I don't know. I wasn't the quarterback. I didn't throw the ball to him. Maybe he wasn't open.
Oh,
but 9 games.
Come back next week. Come back next week for me. I'm gonna show you some film and show you him open in the end zone. Okay.
So then, why didn't the quarterback throw the ball to him?
Well, there was one time Brock did throw the ball his way, but he threw it behind him, and the pass got broken up. I can tell you another time he's wide open in the end zone, but Colton McKivitz missed his block, which caused Brock to get hit early. He didn't get the ball. There was one time Ricky was wide open in the end zone. Brock threw it behind him. Remember, wide receiver is a dependent position. There's a lot that goes into it. But you can't say, oh, maybe he wasn't open, because there's plenty of times he was.
Yeah.
You got to add context to this stuff. That's all I'm saying. You can't, the stats are one thing, but there's a story behind stats. I say this all the time. Football is not like baseball. You can't just look at the stats and be like, oh, this thing happened. There's too many variables involved. But Ricky has shown it. Does he need to stay healthy? I agree with that. He's got to be healthier. We got to get him some knee pads, right? Protect those knees. He's a slim guy. We got to protect him. But he's shown he can step up and be that guy. And we need him to be that guy moving forward.
What do you think, David? Is Ricky a number one wide receiver in your book on your 49er team? He's not on mine.
I mean, I've seen flashes, but I'm gonna give him next year before I actually answer that question, because it's
Fair enough.
That's year 3. This year, seeing him, what with his what was sprained? Was it the patellar? Or
Yeah, he had a PCL injury. Remember when CMC came back last season and played in Buffalo, and he injured his knee and missed the rest of the season? Same injury. Ricky had the same injury this year.
So it's like, he's shown flashes. I can't say he's number one. I can't. But he's shown flashes. Like right now, we have 2 unknown guys. We have Ricky and we have Demarcus Robinson. That's pretty much. Oh, I forget about Junior Bergen. But, it's like.
Oh, man. He quickly got sent to the practice squad. He never saw the field this year. After that second preseason game. Kenny said Ricky can't Dougie like Brock, though.
Yeah, I have to.
Jake Tonges does the best Dougie on the team.
Year. I have to see what he can do next year. Stays healthy all year. 1,000+ yards, multiple touchdowns. I mean, I know he can do it. It's just, need to see it, right? Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of luck that goes into staying healthy too, though. So,
yeah,
I mean, the last 2 years, injury-wise, the whole team just hasn't had good luck. People talk about the power station, and as I was telling Ty, like I'm driving around in the work truck, I see a power station. I was going to take a picture of it and show everybody that there's not a place, there's not a residence within 150 feet of that thing. And there was another one I remember as a kid, shout out to my friend. The statute of limitations is probably up on that. He threw a stick in there and, caused a power outage. And it's also 150 feet from it. So why is it here in Utah, everything's 150 feet away from the little substations I'm talking about, the small ones, but there's, there's like a practice facility going up right next to one in California. I don't know. Maybe regulations are different, like I was talking on Twitter about our power lines. We have high voltage power lines out west that run, for hundreds of miles. It is 1,000-foot plot of land with nothing on it. The power line's in the middle going all the way down. So honestly, I think there's a reason for that. I don't know the reason. I'm not a scientist or a doctor. So.
Well, right now, if we average Ricky's career, he's played 17 games. If we total his catches and his total yards, and we say next season he plays a whole year, he'll be under 1,000 yards. He'll be averaging about 60 yards for the season. And no, not 60 yards. I'm sorry. He'll be averaging about 900 yards for the season, 60 catches, and he'll be averaging maybe 2 touchdowns on the season. So we definitely need him to produce as much as he can. But that's what his statistics at this point moving forward would indicate. Our number one wide receiver will bring us in 2 touchdowns and under 1,000 yards receiving. Well, so bring back Debo. Debo.
Now, if he stays healthy and he does the 85 yards a game, which he was doing last season, that's going to be over 1,000 yards.
But he wasn't doing 85 yards a season. It wasn't 85. It was less than 85. It was barely 70.
Last season?
Mm-hmm.
In 2025?
Yeah, his average is right here. In 2025. It was less than 85 a game. It was like 79. I'm on PFF.
Oh, they don't know nothing.
Okay. They just have stats. But go ahead, David.
A bunch of dudes in the basement.
I'm looking at PFR, which
Okay,
is the
so
reference.
right here, 67. I'm sorry, that's his average a game of 67 yards in 2025.
And that's
Almost
close
68.
to 1,000.
Almost 68 yards a game.
But yeah, I mean, you know, he'll be in the offense 3 years, right? This next year. So we'll have to see. I mean,
Listen,
is he
we all
Justin
have to see.
Jefferson?
It's exactly what you said. We have to see. In year 3, we hoping he takes that leap, right? We was hoping he took a leap this year. My whole argument is he started off the year hot. If you look at him when he started off the year, he was averaging 93 yards a game. Do the math yourself. He was on fire.
His first game this year. Okay, right here. His first game, 108 yards. His second game, 56 yards. His third game, 117. His
do the math. Do the math on that.
Let's do the math. His fourth game, 46 yards.
He got injured his fourth game. Do the first 3 games.
You have one big game, then next week you take it off. Then you have a big game, then you take it off. I mean, up and down. So you can do 100 yards, but then the next week you can't do 50 yards.
Name me 5 receivers who catch 100 yards every single week.
No, let's not do that. Come on.
Okay, then
there's players out there that do it. There's players out there that do it. We don't draft those players. We haven't drafted a player like that since
I told you to name names. I ain't say do all that. Listen up. Hold up though. First 3 games though, 93 yards a game. Is that good? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. I don't know. Come on, man. Yes, it is.
Well, with your thoughts and your mentality coming out, you're saying with one game, he's not a superstar. And that's what we're saying. So we're judging him off of 4 games. His first 4 games, he had 2 games that was over 100 yards. 2 out of the 4 games were 50-yard games.
He got injured in the 4th game. He didn't even finish it.
What you're looking at. So if you say, okay, week 1, he played great. Let's look at week 2. Oh, he sucked week 2, right? He didn't get the ball thrown to him. Week 3, he did great. Week 4, he got injured. Only if he didn't get injured. But then you go back to week 2 and you're like, you only got 50 yards in week 2. So again, it's like, but let's say, oh, he's the best player on our team, right? On what game? It depends on what game you're watching.
What happened in week 2? What happened in week 1? What happened in week 3?
There's always a story to the stats, right?
There's always context. Yes, there's context to everything. Just like if we talk about the defense and we talk about sacks, there's context to that.
So then week 11, he comes back 0 yards. Week 12, 6 yards. Week 13, 14. Week 15, 96 yards. Week 17, 85 yards. So yeah, he started getting healthier, started catching the ball and getting some yards, right?
Mm-hmm. When was he the number 1 option in the offenses this year? Can you tell me that? David, when was Ricky Pearsall the number 1 option in the offense this year?
We all know that CMC is the number 1 option.
Oh, yeah. All right. Who was number 2 most of the year?
Kittle when he was healthy.
George Kittle. All right, then. See, there's context. That's all I'm saying here.
You can't if you number 1 his first season until the last 2-3 games of the season, and our number 1 wide receiver and our number 1 running back and our number 1 tight end were all hurt. You didn't become the number 1 option until everybody was hurt. That's context. Your second season, you were hurt multiple games, and when you did play, there were games where you didn't score more than catch more than 14 yards and make more than 14 yards. Then there was a game you caught 114 yards. So there's context to that, right?
Yeah.
Our guys just didn't throw him the ball, but he was open the whole entire game. Now remember,
I said that.
I made the statement. He has a hard time separating. He has a hard time getting open. But then you go on to say that he doesn't. A number 1.
I didn't say that. I didn't say he was open the entire game. When did you hear me say that?
Nah.
Let's rewind the clip.
I don't think he's a number 1. I think that's why right now we can look at everybody and honestly say the Niners have no wide receivers on their roster. We have a couple of guys that want to dance.
Cool.
We don't have wide receivers currently.
Cool.
So, on other 49ers news.
Yeah, you was talking about something different. What were you saying?
Well, I was talking about like, trade for Justin Jefferson or like
that whole
Justin
fodder.
Jefferson's, Jamar Chase. These are all like high-end talents that we don't have that would be incredibly expensive to get. Could there be that guy in the draft? Yes, 100% there could be, but who knows? I don't know if it would fall to us if we pick at 27, right?
But what's too expensive at this point? With the guys that we got, they're not getting the job done. So we have to swing for the fences. We need to get somebody that is a superstar. So if we give up a first round or 2 first rounds for the next 3, we did it for a quarterback that's not on our team anymore. So if we do it again and we actually get the chip and win the Super Bowl, is that enough? Is winning the Super Bowl 1 year enough? Because we keep getting close. We're in the mix every year. Is that good enough? Or do we actually want to get there and win it? And I think at this point, if we trade whatever capital we need to trade for somebody like Max Crosby or somebody like you just said, Jefferson, or we go and get somebody that's going to really take the top off of a defense. Hell, trade for King Henry. Get another running back in here that we can carry the whole team. Let's do something crazy, right? What are we doing here? We're getting to the playoffs and we're losing. Or we're getting to the Super Bowl and we're losing. And why? Because our guy didn't get a sack and we're blaming the refs at the end of the game? Ty, Eric Armstead's one of your favorite players. Isn't he available this season?
I don't know.
There's a lot of players that are available. And the Niners, the players, and this is why we got to love the players, because anytime they get a chance to talk on film, they start talking. Cameras love to interview the 49ers. And Kittle, our favorite player, right? He come out and he said friends are coming back. They're going to get former players. That didn't sound like player. It sounded like players. That makes me believe someone like Armstead's coming back. Somebody like Kittle, Debo's coming back. Maybe we keep somebody like Bourne, or we go after somebody else that used to be on the team. I don't know. Maybe we bring back, the cheetah. More, I don't know. But it sounds like they have some kind of plan, and they know players that are going to be available. So I don't know if the power, the electronics and all that, I don't know if that's going to scare people away, but it sounds like the 49ers, the players believe that the organization is swinging for the fences this year. It sounds like we got money to spend and they're going, this is our year. They are going all in. We might not have anything left, but we're going all in this year.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. The offseason hasn't even really started yet. So, free agency doesn't start till next month. So, we'll see.
Yeah, but it's about less than a month away, but it's around
a couple of weeks. Yeah.
It's like a little bit over 3 weeks
3
away.
weeks, yeah.
I was just looking at former 49ers that are free agents. It's like, okay, Debo Samuel or Eric Armstead. I was hoping DJ Jones, but he's under contract through the end of 2027. So if Denver, cuts him as the cap casualty, then possibly, but that all happens right before the new league year starts, right?
Yeah.
So
you got to wait for that. Well, they could announce it early if they declare him a post June 1 cut. But you never know. You never know. And they're not struggling for cap space. They got around 30 million. So I don't think they really need to do cuts.
You see,
there was speculation that Dre Greenlaw may get cut. He's only been there a year. So who knows?
Well, go after Justin Jefferson. Is Minnesota even willing to deal him? He's one of the best in the league.
That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works, David. We can just go trade for him. The Vikings have no say. Other teams have no say.
the Colts actually just extended him. I don't know if they'd be willing to.
I believe they did too. Also,
Hey,
they did. They just extended him, so that's also might not be an option.
The rumors,
but once again, they have no say. We can just go get him.
The rumors about Ayuk wanting to be traded were real. The rumors about Ayuk not wanting to play for the 49ers this year were real. Did the Niners have a say on making him play for them? No. Did we get any production out of Ayuk this year? No. So if a player doesn't want to play somewhere and they really want to force a trade, they can do that. Cut your own nose off. It doesn't matter. It's you who's going to suffer.
Yeah.
So if a player really wants out of a franchise, then the Vikings will suffer. They'll have a player sitting on their bench the whole season, not getting any capital. And who is it? Le'Veon Bell, right? The Steelers running back, right? Yeah. That didn't work out very well for anybody involved, did it? The Steelers lost out and the player lost out. So that's what's happened in the past. So most of the time, they'll try to play hardball for a while, and then they'll make a trade right before training camp starts or right after, and it will happen because you better get something than nothing. I
remember Le'Veon Bell. The Jets lost out too because they paid him.
Yeah,
if I remember right.
Yeah,
he sat out. Yeah, and he wound up doing nothing for him.
That's actually he is a free agent, so that's a possibility. And he's not going to cost an arm and a leg either.
Nope.
So,
and he wants to come and play.
Maybe he wants to play with his brother. You never know.
And wasn't the argument last year he played a different defense, and this year we're supposed to be switching up our defense, so that shouldn't matter either.
So he'll be a situational pass rusher, so it don't matter. You just go in there and get the quarterback, son. It ain't much logic to it.
And wasn't the argument too he couldn't stay healthy, but last year he stayed healthy
because he was a situational pass rusher. He wasn't playing all 3 downs like previously.
No, I thought it was because it was in Buffalo and it's really cold up there, so he was on ice.
There you go.
It could be
just
weather factor, right?
Right. I mean, it's like there's like Bradley Chubb, the guy I was talking about earlier, just got cut by the Dolphins. Another possibility, but I don't want to be paying the man. Like if we traded for him during the season, he had 1 year left for $20 million on his contract. So it'd have been the reason we didn't trade for him was probably because of that, and ultimately, who knows what Miami was asking at that point? It was time to fleece everybody during the trade deadline, right?
Mm-hmm. Get what you can.
So it's like when it comes to him and his injury history, I'd be down to get him on a vet men deal for a year. Throw some incentives in there. We got Bryce Huff. I mean, defensive line wise, Mikael Williams is actually on track to be here for training camp. Apparently that was a clean ACL tear. We know Nick Bosa is going to be back for training camp. He tore it way early.
Yeah.
So then, Sam O, I believe he's a restricted free agent.
I think so.
Bryce Huff is under contract for next year. And those are currently the 4 edges that we know we're going to have. Interior defensive line, we got Kalia Davis as a restricted free agent. And the 2 rookies, Alfred Collins, CJ West. That's our 7 linemen right now.
Ooh. We need more in the middle.
I mean, we might, we had Kevin Givens who was having a great year in 2024 before he got hurt. But then it's like he couldn't make it on the active roster. He got healthy, but then couldn't, for some reason, make it on the active roster. It was, I was going, what is going on here? We need pass rush. Bring the man in, but, we had CJ West, Alfred Collins, Kalia Davis, and Jordan Elliott primarily playing all those snaps on the inside.
Yep. Jordan Elliott's still on the contract. So
is he? I thought he was a free agent.
No. Oh, wait. It's a void year. So they could avoid his contract with no penalty.
Are we gonna be worried about Keon White? Isn't he the one who got shot in the ankle?
He did.
No, in the foot, and reports are that he's going to make 100%. He's going to make a full recovery. Yeah. He'll be fine.
Is he the one that's dancing with Ricky, or is that somebody else? It's too soon. Sorry.
Oh man.
Because he was at a nightclub dancing, right? Where he got shot at, right? So him and Ricky were dancing. Oh wait, sorry, maybe not. I don't want to say that. Don't put that in there. I don't know.
Dark humor.
So okay,
but I mean,
since we're talking, like, David, is Ricky Garindo coming back? Isaac Garindo.
Now that's an excellent question because like CMC came back and we saw him on special teams. You know, I thought he was going to be like the gadget player of the year because of 6'2", 225, runs a 4.3 40. I thought like Kyle's going to be like, all right, I'm going to use this guy in the gadget game, but he didn't even do that.
He didn't get on the field.
When our wide receiver core got thinned out, I was like, okay, well, he's a wide receiver turned running back. So are we going to see him? No. Nope. So, and, you know, we had Jordan James. He started the year hurt, so naturally he got shuffled to the back of the line. But he ended the year on the active roster as RB3 above Garindo. And, you know, you saw him in some garbage time against the Seahawks there, and he was running it for 5 to 7 yards every time he touched the ball. I'm like, during the draft process, you know, when I got to him to do scouting, I was like, dang, this guy's a 49er. Like, one cut, run over a fool, gain some yards. That's what a 49er does. That's what we do. All right. That's our running game. And then he never fumbled in college. So I'm sitting there going, Kyle, you might have something here, but he's a young running back and back of CMC. So, you know, hopefully CMC does more. Okay, I'm taking myself out of the game to save myself, you know, this next year, and we'll get to see some more of them.
The problem. Well, first of all, let's address Garindo. Remember, Garindo, this is only Garindo's second season. He still has 2 more years left on that rookie deal. Now,
that's right.
He's the biggest head scratcher on the roster to me because we saw him flash last season. We saw him. When I say last season, I mean 2024. Let me be specific here. We saw him when he got reps, when he got in games, he did well. And as the season went on, he learned and got better and better in the system. Yes. Of course, CMC came back at one point, and then Kyle Shanahan, and this is part of the bigger problem, forgot about Isaac Garindo and completely forgot about Jordan Mason as well. And those two were carrying the load until CMC came back, which is a tragedy. Of course, CMC gets hurt again. Then you got Mason. Then all of a sudden Kyle remembered Mason and Garindo's name. But this year, for some unknown reason, it seems like he completely forgot who Isaac Garindo was and he never saw the light of day. Never got on the field. And you would think with his speed, you would put him out there so it'd add a different element to the running game, right? Isaac Garindo really shined getting to the outside and using his speed to break up field. You think Kyle would implement that? He didn't. Just didn't use him all year. And like you just mentioned, David, at the end of the year, he didn't even suit up, which is wild. But Isaac Garindo was doing fairly well on special teams. He was one of the guys on the coverage unit that was providing good coverage for us.
Yes.
And what's funny is, the funny thing is, Jordan James takes his spot. Jordan James is playing special teams now. If you look at that last game, the divisional game against Seattle, Jordan James was downfield, wide open, with the possibility of making a play, and he didn't come close. And you're like, oh, what the heck? But anyway, Garendo, as it's looking right now, I could see them cutting him, unfortunately, because it seems like he's just a forgotten man at this point. And it's really a shame because he has an element that we need, but is not being used at all.
Yeah, I mean, his stats aren't, blowing anybody out of the water. He got 4 touchdowns. Guys not really producing, but when you're not on the field, how are you supposed to produce, right? And the guy, when he was throwing the ball, this is his only year, 2024 is the only year he put stats up. He was targeted 16 times. He caught the ball 15 times for 152 yards. So you imagine he's catching the ball out of the backfield, at least it's not dropping it. At one time, looks like there was a bad pass or, maybe he dropped it. As far as rushing, he had 420 yards total. In games played, he had 16 games, but they didn't play him each game, so that's one thing. But games actually played, he had 3 games, looks like, with 4 touchdowns. So I don't know. I would have liked to see him in there longer, but there's something about Kyle and not playing rookies or not playing people because it's not about not playing rookies. It's about players and his personality and then meshing together, because Ayuk didn't play, but he had to get better at blocking, and he started getting better at blocking. Everybody heard he was in the doghouse. We've heard other players being in the doghouse, and then something happens. We've seen Kyle go from running the ball with 3 running backs to then getting CMC and going to really virtually 1 running back.
Yep.
It's really killing CMC. I mean, I don't really know how he feels about it. I'm not mad at him. I had him in fantasy this year. He got me 50 points one game. So, I mean, I'm not mad, right? But
it's helped you out.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy for him when, he does that. And then the team knows that's facing us. If you stop CMC, you're basically stopping the 49ers because they don't have an offense. And it's not because we don't have other players. It's because Kyle is refusing to look elsewhere. And that's why I asked you earlier, why didn't the quarterback throw it to, so-and-so? Because he was open, but, so-and-so didn't block. Well, no, it's because Kyle's telling the guys, these are your go-to guys. If it's not there, then, maybe you got to make something happen really quick. So I think a lot of times they weren't even looking at Ricky. They weren't looking at some of these other people because they weren't the options. The option was CMC and George Kittle. And if it wasn't there, obviously you only have so many seconds. If it's not there, you gotta go. So at this point, I don't see, Isaac Garendo being on the team much longer. Yeah, you guys make a good point that, he's on a rookie contract and stuff, but there's only so many roster positions available. And if you're not really producing or doing anything, we got this thing called the practice squad over here. And you still want to be on the team. If nobody signs you, we'll re-sign you over here. That's what I see.
I honestly, I don't think Isaac Garendo would make it to our practice squad. I think we'd cut him and some other team would be like
you say, he did flash. He did show he can tote the rock. So,
he averaged 5 yards and carry his rookie season, got nothing in the second season for obvious reasons.
Well, he didn't play.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the same thing Bryant was looking at. 15 catches, 152 yards. That's
he can catch the ball.
He makes the check down into a legitimate play. What's the problem here?
With his speed, he can get downfield too.
That's why I'm thinking if we cut him, he will not be back. Someone will snag him up.
Think about
be like their RB2 or maybe their third down back, or just he's going to be something.
Well, think about how many teams in the league are running the Shanahan offense and can use a back coming out of the backfield that can do some things, or just a speed back to get that outside run going. he totally fits the bill.
Yes, he does.
Right? He totally fits the bill. Imagine if you're the Raiders and Kubiak is there and he's like, all right, I got Gentry. He's my number one back, but I need a number two. I need a guy who can add an element for me. Oh shit. Garindo, bring him over here. He's on the practice squad. Oh, sign him up for nothing. Bring him over here. Like, that's an easy pickup.
I mean, I feel like the draft's coming up after free agency. The how I feel about it is if we draft a running back, I am going to lose my mind. Okay, because we already got one guy that's not going to see the field in Jordan James, and we got another guy that doesn't see the field in Isaac Garindo. So it's like draft something we can use if you're not going to use them. You know. But yeah, so after free agency, like I said, we traded for Brian Robinson this year, and
who barely saw the field.
Who also barely saw the field. So it's like, let's not put too much stock into running backs because CMC is going to be out there. Jordan James is solid. If we end up just keeping those three and not adding to the running back room, I would be happy.
Yeah. I thought Brian Robinson Jr. was a free agent, though. I thought he was in the last year of his contract.
I honestly thought he had one more year left. I looked into it myself yesterday. Okay. I was like,
okay. All right. Then I'm with you, though. But I'm with you. If those three are the backs, I'm fine with it. Once again, as you guys have mentioned, and we talked about it many times before, it comes down to utilization. And like, CMC will take himself off the field, but it's the coaches. They need to keep him off the field. They need to say, hey, all right, we're going to let Brian stay in there, or whoever the backup is. We're going to let him stay in there for, 10 straight plays or whatever. Like, CMC can't come off the field for one play and get right back on. Right?
Yeah,
and we've seen that.
Because that just shows the one thing that happens is when CMC comes off the field, the ball's not going to CMC. When he comes right back on the field, the ball's going back to CMC. So you either have to have him on the field and not give him the ball, or you have to have him off the field, like you said, multiple plays in a row where the other person gets some rhythm, and we're not afraid to punt the ball because we don't have CMC in there picking up the first down. We have to believe in the other players.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, other than the speculation and all that stuff, do you guys have anything else?
Trade Mac Jones, the 49ers' first pick, the Niners' second pick for Max Crosby, and let's go after DeForest Buckner. Let's get Eric Armstead back. Let's lock in and re-sign Devo, and let's find a way somehow to get some other running back besides just CMC, so we can have another complimentary superstar in the backfield. Oh, and let's go ahead and get Kyle Pitts from Atlanta because we need another tight end. And while we're at it, let's get Bryant, Mr. Culp, Devin Culp from Tampa Bay. We need another good tight end.
We'd have enough tight ends to the point. It's like, who needs wide receivers? We'll just put all our tight ends out there.
Just run a 5 tight end system, right? Let's completely take the league by storm. We'd have a 5 tight end system.
Exactly. We have one wide receiver running a 3 tight end set.
Yeah.
And they'd be rotating the tight ends.
Yeah. Like, we don't even need a receiver on the field. All tight ends. We'll catch the defense off guard. They'll come out in like their base defense, or maybe they'll go goal line or something, right? And we just spread them out. And then we have this mismatches with tight ends against linebackers or linemen, and just completely take the league by storm. Nobody will know what's going on.
It sounds funny, but we could do it where our players really could go out there and move into wide receiver positions.
Yeah.
Tight ends, they're bigger, they're stronger, and we could really bully our way to a championship. But it's all about commitment and what the 49ers really want to do. We have to lock in. No more dancing, no more TikToking. Let's get us like 4 or 5 really big tight ends, and let's just go.
Now, Bryant, what is the real reason you want to get Devin Culp?
Oh, no personal reason. Oh,
I'm saying, gotta have the name on the back, you know.
that's right.
I know you'd get that jersey too.
Walk with your chest up a little extra, you know.
Tell
It'd
you
be
what,
awesome.
it'd be great. And we need to go get Kobe Bryant from Seattle. Yeah.
What do you mean? We got Kittle. We don't need a tight end coach.
No, we'll get somebody to replace him.
This happens every offseason. So
we get poached from position stuff all the time, every year. It's like, oh my gosh, there are other teams out there, people. Like, oh,
are there?
Well, really, no. They're out there, but they don't count. You know what I mean? There's only one team that really counts.
That's right. So we're playing in Australia, which I don't have an Australian 49er flag. But we're playing in Mexico, which I got. Ooh, right there, folks. Boom. You see it?
There you go. Yep.
So I'm already set for that. Might just have to fill my wall up with different countries and 49er flags. You know, I might just have to do that one of these days.
Going all over. Why not? Get you a UK flag. We've been there.
But all right. Well, hey, folks, it's time for us to get out of here. You know, everybody, I hope you have a great week. Don't forget, we got East Coast Red and Gold on. Is it Wednesday?
Wednesday, indeed.
Wednesday? Okay.
8 o'clock.
And then, you know, Corey Davis 49er Wednesday night. And I'm doing my mock draft series on Saturday nights. Tune in because we're going to have a special guest picking for the 49ers, and I don't know who that is yet.
Wait. Did that series actually start? You're starting it this Saturday?
It started on Valentine's Day, which is probably the worst day to start it.
Oh, well done. Well done. we know who didn't get any that day. Let me tell you.
And we didn't go a full show because it was like, yeah, you know, we got to get out of here. It's Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But, you know, this next, yeah. Kenny's not lying. He's like, I tried to warn him.
See, Kenny, some people just don't listen, you know.
Hey, I'm single, so it's like, let's just start it on this day. It's like, oh, yeah. It's Valentine's Day. Whoops. But what can you do? All right, folks, we're getting out of here. As Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
Darn tootin'.